Hey guys, Ivan Quantic here, and back again I am with some more WWE 2K16 news. This time, it's all about the roster, which is pretty much the most important part to the game. Learning all about the roster is pretty much the most important part to the game. The roster is, I keep saying this, but yes, the roster is like the most important part to the game. So now in this video, we're going to go all in depth about the roster, not the actual roster itself, more about the roster reveal, because we have heaps of news about the actual roster reveal, when the roster reveal will take place, who's going to be the panelists, what's going to be happening, who's going to be revealed, which roster, etc. So yeah, this isn't the actual roster reveal, this is telling you what's going on with the roster reveal. So this is pretty much one of the most important videos to make. So yeah, the roster reveal is coming extremely soon, guys, which is awesome. We have like a massive flood of WWE news. Pretty much every day I'm making a new WWE 2K16 news video, and that's amazing. I love it. We're in the with the prime for WWE 2K16 news, and it's awesome. So yes, if you know your stuff, then you'll know. But pretty much before SummerSlam every single year is when they have the WWE game roster reveal, and this time it's no different, because before SummerSlam this year we will have the WWE 2K16 roster reveal. Hopefully it's going to be better than last year's. Last year's roster reveal was pretty trashy. They revealed like half the roster, so it made they revealed half the roster, but they didn't say that, so it looked like there was like nobody in the game. It looked trash. Like the whole thing was completely crap. The only good part was like Sting was there, and that's before we had Sting's debut, so that was awesome. So yeah, so hopefully it's not as bad as that. We've had some really good ones in the past. Some bad ones like WWE 13 roster reveals where Jim Ross got fired. So that's another bad day, but it's important. The roster reveal is always important. This year it's no different, because this year the roster reveal will take place on August 22nd at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time, or midnight Australian time. I'm throwing in Australian time just because I'm there, so midnight Australian time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, and you know it's August 22nd. You may know what that date is. You may have heard that around before, because that is the same day as NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which is also one day before SummerSlam. So yeah, you know NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, where the main event is Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship. It's taking place the same day as that, and one day before SummerSlam. So that's awesome. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time, or midnight Australian. So it's in the morning, while NXT TakeOver Brooklyn will be at night. So this is like 7 a.m. The NXT TakeOver is like 7 p.m. So it's complete. It's like a day apart. So you should really have your day ready to watch both NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, the roster reveal, and obviously the next day you got SummerSlam. So it's awesome. Yeah, so one day before SummerSlam is when it takes place. I don't know where it is. I don't know. You probably can't get tickets. I don't know. It's in New York. It's in Brooklyn. Usually, you know, SummerSlam is always usually in Los Angeles. But this year it's not. So that means the roster reveal will change location as well, which is NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And the good thing about the roster reveal is, if we don't have gameplay by then, which is extremely strange, if we don't have gameplay by then, at the roster, we definitely will get some gameplay. Even if we do have gameplay, we'll get a lot more gameplay at the roster reveal we do every year. And August 22nd, I don't know if that sounds really far away, but that's 3 weeks away. So in 3 weeks, we'll have the full roster reveal. In 3 weeks, we'll also have SummerSlam to NXT TakeOver. But yeah, if there's no gameplay by then, we will definitely get a lot of gameplay then. So now I want to talk about the panelists for the roster reveal. The panelists are always really important. So the host of the roster reveal will be Byron Saxton, and he is replacing Renee Young as the host of the roster reveal. Last year, Stone Cold was the host. This year, Byron Saxton is the host. And Byron Saxton, man, he's getting a massive push. He's already commentating Raws. He's commentating SmackDowns. He's the host of Tough Talk. And now he's the host of the roster reveal. This guy WWE is pushing him further than they fucking push Michael Cole. But I like Byron Saxton. He's good. He's the host. The host, don't get, like, if you don't like Byron Saxton, don't worry too much. The host doesn't do much. He just introduces everyone and pretty much that's it. And then Hulk Hogan was originally supposed to be a panelist for WWE 2K16. Obviously, that's not going to be taking place. Hulk Hogan's obviously not going to be a panelist. So who is replacing Hulk Hogan? Well, of course, the greatest wrestler of all time, Triple H, is replacing Hulk Hogan. I know that wasn't a joke. Triple H is my favorite wrestler of all time. That's why my profile picture is Triple H, and that's why my banner is Triple H. Because Triple H is the fucking best. Ruthless Aggression Era over Attitude Era. It's a fucking fact. But that's a debate for another time. But yeah, so Hulk Hogan is getting replaced by Triple H. That's really good. I'm extremely excited about that. So we already have two people. Byron Saxton, the host. Triple H, the main person on the panelist. Then who else will be there? Well, of course, we will have the WWE Champion, Seth Rollins, also there, which is awesome. We got the NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. We have the NXT Champion, Finn Balor. And those are it for the champions that will be there. Also, Kevin Owens and Corey Graves will be there. So to wrap it all up, Byron Saxton is the host. Hulk Hogan is getting replaced by Triple H. So Byron Saxton, Triple H, Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Corey Graves. That is your official panel for the roster reveal. Awesome. I mean, especially I'm happy that they're putting in Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Corey Graves, all these new people, because you know, obviously it's awesome because you know they pretty much play all the games. Like last year, they had a lot of not last year, but like most of the time they have all legends and stuff, but they don't like play the games. They don't know much about it. But you know, Seth Rollins is always talking about games. He's always playing him, so that's awesome. Yeah, so to have new guys, I really like that, and it's really good that way. I think it's better that way. So in the roster reveal, as I mentioned earlier, last year they only revealed like half the roster, and it was really weird. It was really unorganized. I reckon it was bad. But this year, what are they revealing? Well, they're not revealing the whole roster. They will reveal the whole NXT roster. And if they're setting up an event if they're setting up an event just to show off the NXT portion of the game, that must say, well, the NXT portion will be fucking massive if they're setting up a whole event for it. So yeah, the roster will be they will reveal every single NXT person, which includes NXT Divas, the NXT Superstars, and pretty much anything NXT. But after they do all the NXT, there will be some main roster wrestlers. We don't know who it will be. Probably just, you know, the normals, John Cena, Randy Orton, you know, all the normal people. But yeah, the roster reveal is all about the NXT portion of the game. That's pretty much why it's getting hosted by all all NXT people. I mean, it's taking place the same day as NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. The panelist, Triple H, who obviously owns NXT, Seth Rollins, the first NXT champion, the NXT champion Sasha Banks, the NXT champion Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, the former NXT champion, and Corey Graves, former NXT tag team champion. So it looks like that's why they're having all these NXT people on the roster reveal, because the roster reveal is all about NXT, and that's really good. I mean, because I'm so excited for it now. How massive is the NXT portion of WWE 2K16 going to be now that they're setting up a whole event for it? So that's awesome. And just like last year, you can watch it on the WWE Network. So guys, that's it for the roster. Remember, August 22nd, 10 AM Eastern, 7 AM Pacific, or midnight Australian, takes place the same day as NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to check back on my channel, subscribe, because as soon as I get info, I post it straight away. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.